Let me know, guys, where you are watching from, because I'm watching currently from hell. Yeah, this kind of prices on the markets are really, yeah, what should I say? Uncomfortable. Okay, uncomfortable. Everything is red since yesterday. It started yesterday. And it's now a little bit overblown in my personal opinion. What this means, we will dive into that. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from. I have already people from Germany and Switzerland in the chat, so just keep on letting us know so I can give you a shout out. And it seems like the session lows, we already went over it. Okay, the portfolio doesn't look good. And the S&P 500 here minus 0.95. I think the highest one today was even 1.37 or something like that, so almost 1.5. And it was the inflation, right? The inflation data rose bigger than expected, and that's why the studio is obviously red. I don't know if you can see it here in the small window, but it's it must be red, blood red. But there's a couple of things why I think that tomorrow should be a small recovery. First, there's no big news, right? I mean, we know that the inflation is there. We know that it's quite heavily. We know that it's not transitory. So I think that, this is something that should influence the stock market. After 2 days that are red, usually you have, a recovery the third day. So I guess that tomorrow will be a little bit more friendly, okay? It hurts specifically when you are leveraged. So please, I get messages also, hey, I was leveraged, what should I do? First of all, don't go leveraged. Doesn't make sense, okay? We don't know how long the bull market goes on. The last couple of years was good. Leverage was fantastic. But now it's a little bit unclear, right? We still could have a Santa rally, but still coming into the new year, the rate hikes and so on. So what's going on with the overall situation? Will we see new all-time highs, or will this all break together like a card house? We don't know. Okay, we don't know. But never do options trading mainly from your account, because it's just not healthy. Okay, it makes you drive absolutely crazy when you lose a lot of money. Okay, but with that said, let's go quickly back to the market. There's a couple of things that I would like to go into it. First, you have here that, this was a crazy story. I don't know if you have this seen. The Bored Ape NFT reportedly sells for $3,000 instead of $300,000 due to a fat finger mistake. Someone put in a wrong price for its NFT, and that's why it was basically, sold for very much lower price than it should be. Anyway, tomorrow starting the Fed, the last meeting of this year, 14 to 15 December, as you can see here in the calendar, and they will decide what to do. That's why everybody, the whole market is a little bit anxious, I would say. And so I really see here a lot of potential that the market will recover, because everything what is actually inside the expectation is to be met, except the Fed could be more bullish, okay? And this was maybe driven the market. So I think like this uncertainty now, there's the inflation data that obviously went bad, what was expected. Then we are now having the Fed meeting. Usually towards the Fed meeting, the S&P goes actually a little bit higher. I will show it to you. They met already today on the 14th, and tomorrow they will meet again, and then there will be the press conference. I just want to show you what happens usually on the statistic side. If I find this, let me see. Here we go. So you see, S&P 500 intraday fed by the Fed shares. Usually we start and we go a little bit higher. You see most of the charts are starting a little bit friendlier and then going a little bit higher, except here when Yellen was the Fed president or the Fed chair. This was not so, but the other ones quite followed this statistic. Oh, sorry. Obviously, I have to show it to you. So here it goes. Here you can see this is intraday when on Wednesdays they say what they were talking about and what is the apparent constellation. And that's why you see here what's usually happening. Usually it's happening that the stock market goes up, the S&P 500 goes up, and then, the only time that it was not the case was when Yellen was the Fed chair. And here you can see at around 4:30 or 4:45, whatever the time is, the Fed presser begins, okay, the press conference where they announced everything what they discussed. So it stays interesting. Let's have a look into some single stocks here that we are following. Space, Space is actually quite holding well, I would say. Just 1% down, where the other stocks are like something like 3% down. Love 5% down. Obviously, after this huge run, it cooled down, but I think Love could be quite volatile over the next couple of weeks with the great earnings, the second great earnings after the one in the last quarter. So then we have obviously the DWAC, which is the Trump spec, is also down today. GameStop a little bit up, Bitcoin a little bit up today. Oil is down. So you can see here that all in all, you can see across the board. I think also Microsoft was like down 4%. Let's have a look. Let me know in the comments if you need to know about any other stock. Microsoft minus 4%. What happened to Apple today? Let's have a look. Apple also slightly down. Apple need to cross somewhere around 182 to 186 to become the first 3 trillion, with a T, guys, with a T, $3 trillion company. This is absolutely insane, but deserved. What they did over the last couple of years and decades was absolutely incredible. Very few companies and people could achieve what this company have done. So it stays interesting. Amazon also, a little bit standing on one price for a long time now. Here, as you can see, 6 months, basically no movement at all. I always, when I see my Amazon, I see why they are still at 3,000. A lot of people saying that it's about to explode. Let's see about that. Maybe there will be a stock split, which would be quite bullish as well. So those are the questions that are quite interesting on the stock market per se. Tesla also, I think Tesla, everything below 1,000 is very cheap on the long term. And the only thing about Tesla here, if you're interested, is when you are watching the this is not Tesla. Where is Tesla? Tesla, here it is. So if you're seeing Tesla, if you're looking into the stock chart, you will see that Tesla actually broke through the 50 moving average, which is always a little bit bearish. So the question is if they really stay above the 100 moving average, because this would be quite, let's say, more bearish. But on the other hand, it's one of the fastest growing companies out there. So I'm really not concerned for Tesla per se. So all in all, let's summarize. Today, as yesterday, was not a great day. Fear for inflation, fear of the Fed. But let's have a look. One more thing. There's also the fear factor, right? Fear factor, stock market. Let's have a look if we find something. It should be quite fearish. So the junk bond market is extreme greedy. Market volatility is neutral. Market momentum is fear. So you can see here fear. Stock price breadth is fear, extreme fear. Safe haven demand, extreme fear. Stock price trends, extreme fear. So as you can see here, more fear than greed as of this moment on the markets, which is quite yeah, that's always the best time to purchase a little bit here and there. Also a quite interesting company that also got really shredded is Palantir, right? Palantir Technology, a fantastic company, got shredded over the last couple of months. The all-time high was here somewhere in September, and basically almost halved. One of the great companies out there, very much kind of unique company as well. So yeah, let me know what you think and where you are buying. Let me also give you a shout out to Germany, Switzerland, Ireland, Idaho, USA, from Germany as well, Chicago, from West Lafayette, USA, Belgium also in the house. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and just be a little bit, let's say, patient, because in just a couple of hours I will post also the daily space video. So don't miss that. Subscribe, smash that like button, follow me on Instagram, and see you tomorrow for a Green Day. Mark my words, Green Day tomorrow, not the band, but a Green Day on the stock market. Thank you very much for tuning in, and best also to Russia. Thank you very much